Probably. You can go through.
This huge tree crack and all this dirt come off like behind me, and then I look behind me and there's this huge landslide coming down, and I'm still shaking from it now. And yeah, and then I turn around and I had to jump out from my seat as fast as I could and just run, and then I dived across the other pool and looking behind me, and there was a caravan coming like right behind me. It was like the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
We are still in response mode, and that includes the tragedy that has unfolded behind us in the last few hours.
Look, again, I can't be drawn on numbers because it is possible we could find someone alive. So I can't be drawn on numbers other than say it's single figures.
We were in the massage room, which is the closest side to the mountain, and the whole room just started shaking violently. Like it was, we could not, like, it was like a freight train driving right past you, and we could not grasp what has just happened. And actually, for a moment, we just like, okay, we kept massaging until we heard emergency, and we looked outside the window, and there was a caravan in the hot pool, and that's kind of our first sight on scene of what happened.
Probably. You can go through.
And then it wasn't until I had left the massage room and walked outside that I realized that the whole side of the mountain had collapsed. And that's when I decided to pull up my phone and start videotaping, because maybe that's not the right thing to do, but in the moment it seemed like this is pretty substantial. And then it kind of dawned on me how dangerous the situation was, and everyone else was being evacuated out, and there was lots of confusion, and I was in a state of complete rest, and now I'm in a complete anxiety because I don't know what just happened, and there's clear danger, and people are yelling emergency. So it was tough to comprehend when it happened. Sounds good.
Great, can you clear the males?
So the first moment I realized that I was very lucky was when my wife met me outside the hot pools. And I have a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old. And she was standing there crying because she had watched all the trees go down the side of the mountain towards the hot pools, and she knew I was there. So immediately she tried to ring me about 4 times and send a text, but my phone was on silent, as you can imagine, because you don't want to be disrupted. And so she was unaware of whether I was okay. So when I came out, she was crying. She had our 2 daughters there, and just at that moment, I realized that I actually got very lucky. And once we got back to the campground, it took about an hour for it to settle in that it could have been a lot worse for me and other people around us. At this time, from what I've heard, there hasn't been, they're still missing people. And as a former paramedic, chances of survival decline rapidly over periods of hours. So unfortunately, unless we get some good news very, very soon, it's going to be hopefully not very tragic. But I think the optimism is waning.